Yes, I managed to get the recording going already. Now, good to hear from you, TakDes. It's been the last time.
You can just call me Tak. That's my real name, Cookie.
It's your real name?
Yeah. TakDes means it's tag. You know that, right? You know Desu? You know Japanese Desu?
I don't know. Wait, how did you get the name of Tak?
Tak, that's my name. That's my real name.
No, but it's a unique name.
Not really. It means yes in Russia. But it means in Chinese it means kind. That's a word. I'll show you. You can read Chinese. Can you do it? I think you can read some of them, right?
But I can't really wait. I need to have my phone. Because I cannot minimize the screen since it's a Discord screen. You sending me something? Is it?
Yeah, I did.
What did you send?
Shit, you got posters on your wall, man. You got some merchandise going on.
No,
I've seen this. I've seen it before.
It's not really merchandise. So like this thing on the left. No.
Nice.
This one? Wait, I'm thinking. Oh no. The one on this side. That was the prize that I got for the CC contest. So there was in the past there was a CC contest in global. So I won the Cinder one. It wasn't first place, but it was enough to get a poster. So that's what I got.
Nice. I never won any contests.
Yeah, but I feel apologetic as well because when I did the competition, right? I think I was one place higher than Chandroshi. So Chandroshi didn't get the poster, so I feel bad.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, Chandro, but maybe next time I give you a little gift, Chandro. But the two on this side,
nice.
I received them as gifts.
Bought it, right?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you bought those, right?
No, I didn't. I received those as gifts.
Oh.
So these two came from a viewer of mine that was very kind to give me. So he gave me a gift on the left first, and then I was interested to buy the half anniversary merchandise. So I wanted to buy the poster. But then one of my viewers suddenly said that I'll buy it for you. Then I'm like, huh? You buy it for me?
Okay.
Then I just received it as a gift. So it was a good thing because in the past when I stream and all, it was like a blank white wall. So people don't really get the atmosphere of like seeing someone streaming. But now at least there's this, and it's like, oh, okay, this guy's
you got enough
AK
space. You have enough space.
Yeah.
I barely have enough.
I saw the Chinese word that you put. It's stir, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That means tech in English. Yeah, that's how it translates to.
Stir means tech in English?
Yeah.
I feel like people in my country, if they have the name of Stir in their Chinese name, it wouldn't become that. It would become something else. No, but it'll probably become like a Chinese Romanized way. So it's like people who have the word Ter will become Ter Wei or something. You know?
The way.
That's why it wouldn't become an English word, so that's why I'm surprised. So that means Tak is also your English name, straight up.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, it is unique. I gotta say, it's quite a way to recognize you.
Unique. No, it means yes in Russia, like in many language. Like I said.
Does that mean it's a common name?
People call me TakDes.
Is it a common name in another country?
Not a common name, but like a common word. It's
just a common word. Okay.
It's yes. People say yes.
But that's interesting to see. Okay, I learned something new today. Wow, that's a revelation. Yeah. The last time
people call me tic-tac-toe.
Why do they call you tic-tac-toe? Oh, because the tech is inside. Right.
In real life.
So the last time I got to speak to you was
PvP. Yeah, exactly. You failed.
I lost to you, is it?
No, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oops.
I can't remember. And you didn't put it on your YouTube, but you put it on TakDes. TakDes is my pillow,
Yes, I did. I think I lost the vote for that one already, but it's a pity. Although I would love to bring the project back, but I saw some of the creators wanting to do a PvP thing recently. It'll be exciting to see. I didn't join that one, but it's good to see that the like speaking amongst themselves as well. So I think it's been maybe a year since we managed to catch up on the call, right? But in any case, though, we set up some little vibes as well. I do this in all of the little hangout sessions that we have, where I ask the people on the other end of the call to bring some food for the session. Did you manage to?
Yeah, you told me different. I ate already.
You ate already? You got to take picture.
I'm sorry. Picture? Oh no, I don't have it anymore.
No Instagram food.
How can I take a picture?
You got so hungry, you must eat before you have the call.
Yeah, I'll watch you eat.
You watch me eat, so now I become the mukbang show.
Eating stream or whatever, it's fine.
Now I've got a classic Japanese food. It's like when you speak Japan, people will know, oh, is it this food? You can guess what it is, right?
Sushi, right?
Ah, okay, good one. I thought you were going to do something else, but it is sushi. Yeah, it's like sushi from the Little Freezer. So I'm going to have a bunch of assorted sushi, and then that's what I'll snack on as we speak about stuff later. Okay. So that's going to be that. How have you been doing, really, in the past many months that I've not gotten to speak to you?
I mean, it's tough, right, doing YouTube nowadays.
Oh, why do you say that?
Yeah. Oh, you do YouTube as well. You should know.
I mean, that's true, but I think what's tough for me might not be the same as you.
Oh yeah,
what's causing the problems on your end?
Well, it's mostly the skills and the income. Yeah.
Skills?
Yeah, income-wise, it's really bad right now nowadays.
By the way, yeah, there you go. That's the sushi. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So, actually, the income thing is going to be an interesting topic to sort of mention, because I remember the last time I got to speak to you, and you've even made this as a video before, where you openly stated the amount that you earn within one of your videos, and you were saying,
I'll show you now. You can see it.
Sorry, you sent me something again?
Yeah, I show you my Instagram. I show you my my earnings. You see it?
Is this earning like for the month?
Yeah. I mean, it's still bad. Like, you can see my previous ones, like December, January, February is on the left. You can see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more or less like not even after the tax deducted.
Do you put these pictures publicly?
Kinda, yeah. Recently, I did.
In the case of this video that I filmed, do you want me to show this?
It's up to you. I mean, it's better if because people always mistaken me as some kind of rich person.
Right. Okay. I might as well show it. But
yeah, sure. They think I'm rich or something. I'm not rich, man.
Is it because like they think, a lot of subs, a lot of views means
Yeah, exactly. I make memes videos, right? So it's gonna be much lower than guide or gameplay.
Right. Because it's definitely, significantly speaking, when I compare the month by month, if I look at the amount that I earn, it would be higher than yours because my videos tend to be longer, right?
Yeah.
And yours is like a minute or 2 minutes. No, but even so,
animated shorts. 1 to 3. That's what I aim for.
The last time when I spoke to you, I also recall that when it comes to monetization, you were a bit conflicted as well, because sometimes the things that you use, like the animations that you use in your channel,
no, I get copyright claims. And demonetized. I get demonetized. Claims? Yeah, I got demonetized. Yeah, multiple times.
So it's because of the music that you use, is it?
No, because of the loot stuff. Like yeah.
Okay, man, that's not what I expected. I mean, I know what you're saying, but that was not what I thought when you said that you're demonetized.
Yeah. I'm very careful with music, very careful. But one of my recent one got claimed. Like some artists, they are very sneaky. They don't put the copyright claim notice, or sometimes they put it like copyright free. And the moment you use it, it's copyrighted. Like you GG.
What?
Like you won't know unless you put it up. Yeah, very sneaky.
But in the past,
and they just take your revenue.
Last time, right? Did you deliberately not monetize any video?
Which one?
Any of them? Was any of your video?
Oh, I don't monetize the MND ones.
No, what made you not monetize them?
Because it's illegal. Yeah, like because you're borrowing someone's models and like MND. Like, do you know how to use MND?
No.
Yeah, you don't. Okay. Yeah, MND is like copy and paste, pretty much. Unless you make your own motion, like you can use other people's motion and profit of it. So.
But.
Yeah, and those takes very little efforts. Yeah, the MND ones takes very little efforts. That's the truth.
But I feel like People do try to monetize those videos though, even if it's illegal.
Oh, because right now they do it on Genshin. Yeah, they do it on Genshin. But right now, I would say like in general, there's for the M&D stuff, the community they know is illegal stuff to do. Like it's a code of moral. Yeah. But right now, YouTube nowadays, you know the changes, right? They will monetize regardless whether you monetize your video or not. They will do it. Like they will put ads on your video, whichever you do, even if you don't monetize.
They do. I read this somewhere. So when I was starting up YouTube, and then afterwards I was reading like, should I monetize my stuff? Because I think it was a bit of a moral dilemma. It was like, oh, if I put ads on my viewers, then won't I ruin their viewing experience?
Where to survive?
This was like the first thing I thought of when I did YouTube. But then I did my reading, and then I was like, there was some point where I read, oh, YouTube will always monetize the videos. They will always put ads on the videos, even if you turn it off. Then I'm just there like,
that's right.
Then what's the point? If I don't turn it on, and then the money doesn't go to me, and it goes to YouTube, then I might as well just monetize everything.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it was at that point that I just said, I'll just do that. Although, things just go with the flow, and then I've lived my life being this content creator as it is. Now, when it comes to that sort of thing where you state that YouTube is hard, because like I mentioned, I feel like the toughness is different between the two of us, right? So when it comes to toughness for me, it's the whole thing where I need to do a lot of planning before I make my
research.
Videos.
Looking at guys,
Exactly. I need to spend a lot of time to plan the things I'm going to say, to test out strategies, to test out operators and everything like that. So
we all do that
kind of stress. Yeah, that's the kind of stress that I have. But then when it comes to your end,
stuff like that.
But when it comes to your end, it seems like the difficulty comes from the
creativity.
Fact that the videos are short. Then
no, it's more about creativity. You don't want to put the same thing over and over. You have to come up with new ideas. Yeah,
it's good that you put the emphasis on the idea of new ideas. It's the same thing. I'm also trying to do that as well. And I think it's nice that you say that openly here as well, that your viewers know that you're always trying to keep up with new things. But then again...
I need to catch up the hype. I'm very far behind right now. Very behind.
Yeah, but when we come into the whole idea of income thing, so I think there's a question that I ask a lot of content creators, which is, when you look at yourself doing YouTube right now, are you wanting to make this a main thing or a side thing?
Oh, I'm doing it full time for 2 years. I don't really have a choice. Yeah.
Well, do you openly state that before as to why you don't really have a choice?
My life is kind of bad.
I do recall we had a conversation like that when we spoke together. But the question I don't know is, was this ever made public to
I don't want to, I don't want that to be like this either, but that's just life. I'm a graduate, Are you?
I am currently in university.
Okay, I graduated. I guess I'm older than you then, all right.
Is it?
No, I'm 27
not necessarily,
right now.
Because we're in different countries. 27?
Yeah, I'm 27,
Oh my god, you're my senior. I'm 22.
That's fine. That's when I finished uni. That's when I finished uni.
Okay.
Yeah, I graduated from uni. I tried to find jobs. It's really hard. Hard.
What do you study?
Multimedia. We do animation. We do 3D modeling, game design, and programming. Yep. And it's just really hard. I didn't have any luck. Like I keep getting rejected everywhere. I got no choice, so I just end up doing YouTube. But I was jobless for like 6 years. Something like that. It's really.
Is this 6 years and counting?
Yeah, right now. Yeah, 6 years. Yeah.
But actually, you gave me an insight as to what got you to become the animation YouTuber that you are. I was thinking, did you gain that from somewhere, or was it something that you self-learned?
Oh, I already learned how to do Flash animation long ago. Yeah, so I already have experience. Like I said, in the uni, I do have editing skills. Like we do Premiere and Photoshop. We learn a couple of things. So I was already used to it.
Those things helped you when it comes to becoming the YouTuber that you are.
Yeah, they do somewhat, but not exactly because it's different. When I first started, it was really bad. Like it took me 3 months to get 1K subscribers. 3 months.
When was the first time that you did YouTube?
Oh, 2020. Yeah, that's when I first started Epic 7 stuff.
That was during COVID.
I should start earlier. I was struggling on the first 4 years, like trying to look for jobs and stuff. But again, it's not working. Yeah, sometimes I do think it's the racial discrimination. Sometimes I do think like that, but it's just me, maybe.
What country are you from?
Yeah, I am same as you, Asian. No.
What country are you? Okay, what country are you in now?
UK, but I do have Chinese ancestry. Yeah.
Would you say that UK has a bit of a bad take when it comes to people of other races? Is it
we're very rare. We're rare. Like in American, like Asians, if you refer to Asians, right, it refers to East Asians, right, in America. In the UK, Asians means people in the Middle East. Yep. Yep. Us, like if you're from East Asian in the UK, if you have a job description, you need to take the option Chinese. Even if you're Japanese, the only option is Chinese.
That is so strange.
Yeah.
There's no way
maybe
to
they change
distinguish.
It up. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, maybe I would think that by now there should be changes in the way that companies were to hire people, because that is just odd. That's like absolutely not opening up to the fact that other sorts of ethnicity exist. But okay, those are interesting stuff that you put forth. Now, you've did YouTube since 2020, and then afterwards, as we progress, how would you describe your journey in YouTube to be like?
Oh, it's getting worse and worse nowadays.
Huh?
Yeah.
Normally, when people say that it's a story, you'll be like, ooh, but
it slowly went up at the start, slowly went up, and then when I started Arknights content, I guess it spiked. Like people actually do appreciate my stuff.
How about you describe a bit more as to what was this upward trend, and then what's now the downward trend?
Oh, the downward trend is mainly due to other games. We're not following I'm not following the hype. That's the thing. Like I'm very slow and behind. Like I said, if there's like, for example, current event right near, if you don't make any near videos, you're done. You're done. But if you make something else, like make a platinum works, but like let's say Beagle or something like that, that video is not going to do well. 100%. Like you have to follow the hype. Yeah, the trend, that is. Yeah, and there's also stuff like Elden Ring, Ukraine, So those are things will pop up, like clock the YouTube feeds, basically. Yeah, and new games as well, gacha games. People quitting Arknights, other factors like that.
I get your idea. But even so, if you were to describe that things are not going so well, is there some like sort of way that you wish to counter this?
Yeah, I'm trying to improve my skills right now too. So I plan to like either, spend some time to actually hone my skills, on spine and animating in general. Yeah, do more creative stuff and maybe animated shots. Like have a slice of life. I can do those stuff if I want to. Yeah, like the CN creatures.
That's something that I want to mention. Like, I'm not sure if you got to watch. Did you watch the CN live streams?
Yeah, I watched last time. Only the last one. Yeah, and some of the ones before as well. Yeah.
Then do you watch the fan-made ones?
Fan-made ones, yeah. Yeah. You mean the fan-made animation? Yeah, those things. Yeah.
The animation. Because there was a bit of this like thought that went through my head. Because I think a lot of viewers, when they were watching it with me that time, they were like saying, wow, CN has this whole animation festival thing. And they are able to do the compilation. Although they're not like hired animators, these are all fan animators where they come together and do the creations. Do you think it's possible for this to happen in EN as well?
They have done it before. They have on the meme and animation contest, like at the very start of Arknights. They have done that. But only once. At the start. Yeah, just once. Then they stop. Everything else is guides afterwards. Every single one is guides. I got disqualified for using a CN skin. Yeah. So yeah, I got disqualified for using a CN skin on my video, so that's why I didn't take any place.
That's weird. But
yeah, your study didn't want you to leak any future content, you know.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, it was not in the rules.
Even so, that was what happened in the past. Then, how about moving forward? Do you think there will be?
Oh, who is that?
Possible? That's my mom.
Oh, nice. I love like mine as well. You have a dog. Nice. Is that a Shih Tzu? No, that's the Japanese. No, Inu, right? Which dog is that?
Jack Russell is a mixed breed, so it's a Jack Russell and a Chihuahua. Sorry?
Chihuahua. Chimasu? Is that how you pronounce it?
Jack Russell. Oh, Jack Russell.
Jack Russell. Oh, sorry, Jack Russell. Yeah, here we go. Nice.
It's interesting you say it like as if every mum will look the same if they're Asian. Okay, the Asian mothers will know how to converse with each other. You put them in the same room and they start talking.
That's a balcony? Where did your mom go?
No. This is so I have this curtain behind me. I bought this curtain.
Oh shit! So your room is not. I thought you I thought that's your window.
That's not my window. This is the gateway to my room.
Oh damn! It's the entrance. Oh, so that's like the home entrance. Okay.
I live in a small house.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry.
In my house, there's a living room, there's 2 bedrooms, and there's a kitchen. That's it. Like, if I speak to some Americans or Europeans, they'll tell me, like, their house is massive, you know, they got 2 floors, 3 floors, and I'm just here, like, I look like I'm living in a bunker if I compare to you guys. Yeah, but this is the way of Singapore. Here. How's your house structure like?
Yeah, I used to live like that as well. Like, before, when I was back in, But not now. Now I'm in my parents' house,
Which,
sisters,
is there more than 1 floor?
Yeah, there's only 2.
You can't just tell me only 2.
One floor, I guess. 1 floor. Wait, is that how you say it? 1 floor or 2? Like, if there's only 1 upstairs, I have 1 upstairs, so that one makes it 2, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was 2.
1. I have no stairs in my house.
Yeah, upstairs, yeah.
So yeah, there's a bit of a differentiation.
I understand. I used to live like you, like back in the days. When I was young. 1 floor. We share with our neighbors, like they complain and stuff sometimes.
Hey, are you were you born in Europe?
No.
You were born in China first, and then afterwards you moved.
I am from Hong Kong, sorry.
You were born in Hong Kong first, then afterwards you moved when you were young?
Yeah, I moved to UK when I was 2 or 3 years old.
But that's very early already. Then do you go back to visit?
Only a couple of times. Yeah. No, our relatives is bad relationship. Like, they cast out my mom. So
I see.
We're on really bad terms. Yeah. Like, you know, you marry someone that we don't want you, so we're gonna cut connections with you, cut ties with you.
Well, I perfectly understand that. Yeah.
The Asian mindset.
Now, when you do your animation stuff, right? Do you ever get to be in contact with the animators from CN? So some of the Chinese
I do.
animators.
I know quite a lot of them. I do. Yeah. I asked them for help initially. Some of them didn't want to share their stuff, but I do make friends with them. Like, I know someone who works in Hippogriff, so yep.
Whoa, that's connections right there, my friend.
Yeah, he's not gonna leak anything to me. If he did leaks, but yeah, let's not get. I don't want him to get in trouble.
Okay, don't listen to this. You don't know anything. Yeah, but it's okay. We'll keep it out of the video over here. But even so, I mean, it's cool that you have connections with all these people. Because I go back to that question where I say, you know, is it possible for the EN side of people for us to possibly create our own fan-made stream where we celebrate something big all together? So it's like a collaborative work of content creators.
That's possible, I guess. That's possible, but it's gonna be hard. Yeah,
it will be hard when it comes to organizing it. I mean, even for the CN side, they needed like a whole head, right? Like someone to spearhead the whole project, bring all the animators together.
Yeah, CN has everyone. CN. Like EN, there's a person called Harlequin, you know. He's been making those shifts. You're not aware?
I am aware. I am aware. I know who he is now. I love his works.
Yeah, he made those GIFs. Yeah, he made those like drawings nice and the chibi stuff.
Would you know if there are other people within this space who's also animating that is considered the EN community?
Darren? Yeah, I know quite a few in the EN. Yeah.
Who is this Darren?
Oh, but he has a job. He's not doing YouTube full time. He has part-time. He's doing YouTube part-time, occasionally, but he's really good. His skill is way higher than mine.
Do you think it's possible, like, if let's put this instance or example that if I were to post something like that, do you think it's possible to gather enough animators in the EN community to come together to make, say, an hour worth of content?
No way. That's impossible. Now, no, we don't have enough people. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, we don't. No, we don't. Yeah. We only have a couple, that's it. And I'm not sure if they will be willing to take part, like, if it's not paid work,
That is true as well. Now, even so, right, what do you think can be done to make it possible?
Can be done? I mean, the only one that can only make it possible is pretty much your star, right? Like,
you think your star has to be the one to make all these talents come out?
I mean, you could do it too. You could do it too, but come up with a prize, I guess. Come up with a prize or something where people can, compete. like what your star did before.
Sir, also not very rich,
Yeah. There's barely any animators nowadays. I mean, there is, but like they are not, I do know quite a few, but it depends what kind. Like if you want the MND, there's way more, if that counts.
But like you say, MND is simple stuff.
And the Koikatsu, that's also another thing, You know what Koikatsu is?
Oh my god, you make my mind flash across my eyes when you say Koikatsu.
Those animations.
How about JP animators? Are you aware of them?
Darren's JP.
Oh, so when you named the person, he wasn't even EN, he was part of the JP side.
Yeah, but he was still EN since he speaks English, right? Well, I guess you want to count him on JP, that's fine. Yeah. There's many others, but they only make comics and stuff. They don't make videos. Yeah. Posting, chibis posting. Shit posting on the Reddit.
Do you have a... How would I put it? On your channel, it is... do you have something big that you wish to make?
Big? I used to, but it's too much work, so I gave up. I mean, it's way too much work for the amount of time spent. Like even now, it's not really worth it. Like doing live 2Ds, it takes so much time. Like I can show you, right? I'll show you an example. I'll show you an example right now. Give me a sec.
Are you gonna share your screen or?
I'll just send you a screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah, like this takes a lot of time. Just this. For example, this one. Yeah, this requires a lot of live 2Ds made to be.
Did you just send me something? I just see it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, is this the Enfield video?
Yeah, Enfield video. And like say for example, you have to make like 10 live 2Ds or close, or 7, 8, and you probably get like $8 of all of that. It's kind of not worth it, right?
How would you explain?
You know what I'm saying?
How would you explain how much time you took to make one of the live 2D?
Like, yeah, if you spend like 10, 15, it depends. It depends on the art.
Right.
Yeah. Nowadays, like for example, like if you spend 100 hours on an $8, it's not worth it, man. I still do it for the community.
You would say that, wait, you're saying that this 1 minute video you spent 100 hours?
Quite a handful, yeah. Quite a handful.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean, the work to result ratio is not very, very good. But then again, though, this was really prettily done.
It's still good for community, yeah. I do it for community. Yeah, if I want to do it for money, I would have, yeah.
That's a kind of perception that some of the content creators have. Sometimes whatever that we do, we don't do it for the money's sake. Sometimes we just do it because we want people to enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't do it for money anymore. There's no point. You might as well just think of the future positive stuff. Stop being negative. It's not gonna work otherwise. Still people support me and stuff.
This video itself, it came from your TaskDesk channel. When you describe to people, right, how will you differentiate the two channels now that the second channel is also very prominent?
Oh, I talk more, and I hate the fact that I'm being classified as one of the rich guys, Like on my main channel, like there's a video called like AK content creators. Part of it, you know why? Because I don't talk.
Wait, what like video is this?
Oh, like in 2020, like 2 years ago, people that posted like AK content creators online,
Oh, is it like people have the perception? Wait, AK content creators. I'm gonna search your name, and then I think it'll pop up. No, it doesn't pop up. You know what popped up for me?
Like this. I'll send you the link.
Some video called "How Does K-pop Idol Survive in the Industry" started popping up for me.
But I
see that.
I was so proud. I'll just give you an example like that.
I'm so confused. What is the example? You're just saying that you're not part of it.
Yeah, because people don't recognize me or remember what I do.
It's so interesting to look at this little graphic that this was like a 2 years ago thing. So if I look at the faces of the people here, there's Team W and J. Is he still around?
Yeah, he is. He
just pops up during contingency contract, right?
Yeah, he does. Let me check him.
It's a really odd choice that he has, but we'll see him, I suppose, in the next CC7. And then after, of course, there's TakDes himself. It's been a long time to see him within the community.
He's streaming right now. He's still making content. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and then afterwards, there's the next person is Dreamy, I believe.
Dreamy,
right?
Yeah.
There's Dreamy right over there. And then afterwards, there's Akron. Akron was like a favorite streamer or YouTuber for quite a lot of people back then. And then
he's now on Genshin.
In the middle is the intern, right, for Yostar.
Intern Queen from Yostar. Yeah,
he's been away for like so long.
Still Ambition on bottom left. Yep.
Kilstin, and then after there's Zeals. Now I don't recognize the person in the middle. Who is that? Who is that under the?
Oh, let me see.
Is that supposed to be someone, or is that just a picture of Faust?
No, it's someone. It's
supposed to be someone?
Yeah, it's someone. I think it's 25th night. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe it's his old profile picture or something.
Yeah. It's one of the old profile pictures of the YouTubers.
And then I recognize the bottom right one. That's Eagle.
Yeah, Eagle. Yeah. So I think that's 25th night. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see how the way that this is right now, it's like half the people here are gone. Right.
Yeah. People move on.
Dreamy recently left AK.
She might come back on Anvil.
She might come back because she's trying to catch a break and get better at things. But if not, I mean, if we look at this little chart,
people quit.
Yeah, but when you look at this chart, it needs to be filled up with a lot more new faces. It needs an update. There's a lot more people who's within the space right now and are also trying to do bigger stuff as well. So we remain hopeful for the case of AK. But actually, I was also interested to see, because you were saying that you feel like maybe there were people quitting and all. Do you think that AK, let's speak in the global...
It's understandable why they quit.
Yeah, but in the global side, so do you think the community is going up in terms of size or down? Or do you think it's just staying around the same? For what it is now. Like, it doesn't have to be an evidence-based thing. It's just, how do you feel?
Well, it's still going up slowly, but new games is gonna come up. Like it was going on. I'll be honest with you. It's gonna be like a slow decline because more and more people are quitting the games for numerous reasons, and for other games, they fail to get a character on a banner, they quit. They never play a game.
Oh, I hear you on that. Yeah, there's always that thing where people say, "Oh, I didn't get no alter." Later on, they're gonna be like, "I didn't get Link," and then therefore I should leave the game because I don't have this character.
Yep, exactly. Even though Arknights is kind of generous, it's a side game more or less. It doesn't take much of your time. So you can finish all your dailies very fast.
Although it kind of shouldn't be the mentality for players to have, but it's a bit too sad. There's only so much to be, like, at least for myself, there's only so much I can do to convince these people that the entire game shouldn't be made out of one character alone.
Like, you know the CN stuff, remember what you did on the CN video? The people, the CN, like, they rage reviewing bombing.
Is it the all of them, Chen one?
Yeah, the China, remember? Right. Like, the Chinese players, they saying they're quitting. All of them saying they're quitting, and just because of a limited banner, seriously.
Right. And I think it's a bit of that sort of thought where they don't really sit in the perspective of the developer, I feel. Like, when I see that situation, I mean, I'm not fully in defense of it, as I put forth in my video, but at the same time, at the same time, there's also that sort of thing where we got to understand the developers are just doing whatever they think is necessary for themselves.
Yeah, Arknights do need profit to survive. Like, I mean, how else are they going to make money? Like, you don't really need to whale on Arknights. You don't. Just like one copy of a character is enough. You don't need max pot. That's for max risk, right? Yeah, and there's also the other thing, like on CN. Like, they have never played other gacha games, have they? Like, other gacha games with actual limited characters, like Epic 7, Moonlight, Moonlight characters, like on artifacts, like equipment that you have to roll or stuff like that. Like,
that's a blessing that AK doesn't have it. Yeah.
Yeah, like FGO, you have like essence that you need to whale for.
even with whatever the situation is when it comes to income, do you feed the game? So do you bother to pay for the game?
Oh, you mean the game is doing well, or
no? As in, for yourself, do you spend in the game?
Oh, I don't spend anymore. I don't.
Oh, but in the past you did.
I did in the past. It was really stupid because I was in so much debt already. That's why it's really stupid. Yeah. Gambling addiction is bad.
This has become a health promotion. No, not a health promotion. Like a gambling
it's really bad. Seriously, it messes up my family and relationship. Yeah, my family is very angry. Yeah.
I find it fascinating. This is my second episode of AK Hangout, and this is the second person that I heard who has a gambling addiction.
Yeah, I do have it. I spend so much. It caused so much harm.
Yeah, but I'm going to
you university, right? You right now?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
I'm studying information system. It's basically programming.
Oh, nice. IT. Yeah, IT. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, almost like computer science.
Yeah.
But you got funding, right? Don't be careful with those. Be careful. Like government grants or stuff like that. You have those.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful. I use all of that on them on gachas. That's the biggest mistake of my life. It's never coming back. Yeah, all this money.
Do you know how? If you're open about it, like, would you share the story of it?
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, it is in the past. I got to move on, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I spent like 50K on gachas.
That's huge.
I know, it was really dumb. It was really stupid.
Oh my! But that was across gachas.
Yeah, I spent so much on Epic 7. I spent so much on MMOs as well. On playing so like Ekadron. He also played that.
No,
yeah, MMO is a trap.
You spend that much on those games, but do you know how fast you spend it?
How fast? Really fast, because because of the funds thing. You thought you have infinite money, right? So you're gonna spend continuously because they keep making those pay to win events. They force you to spend. They want you to spend. Like, if you have a gambling addiction, you're gonna fall victim to it. There's no other way around it. There's like legendary items or something like that. The souls, legendary pets. And then you'll be like, oh my god, I need to get those.
I'm a bit like, I guess I should have spoken about this to my first guest that I spoke to, which was Viper. But what causes this? Because I don't have that feeling. So for me, when I play AK, right, I don't play AK for the gacha. And that's something I like to tell people a lot. I play AK for the gameplay. The gameplay is just marvelous on its own.
Yeah.
So the sort of like, I need to pull for this character and that, it's never crossed my mind. So what causes this? What causes this gambling feeling? Like, it's not something that feels natural to me.
It's a feeling of like, it's like drugs. The moment you spend on something, you feel good, right? Like, you get something, like, for example, you pull something, you do 10 pulls, you get like 6 stars. You feel good about it, right? So you want to keep going. You want to go for like max pot. Like, let's say you got lucky on your first 10. You might want to keep going. Like, you have the feeling, oh my god, I'm gonna is this my luck streak? If I keep going, it's like that. And then you just go and then you just keep going down. Your luck is gonna backfire you. Yeah, and then you wasted all your posts.
I'm quite surprised that the way you
describe
not in
Arknights though.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that the way they describe it in the form of a gacha game is so similar to like a casino slot machine where people just sit down there and they keep doing that, and then they are looking for like the straight numbers.
Yeah, that's really gacha games. Gacha games is a kind of games that make you spend. You have to spend when you invest. I mean, you can be free to play, of course. Just be like a free to play player. That's what I'm doing now. I become a free to play now. So
after everything that happened, it's like time to become a monk.
Yep.
I have seen no more spending.
Yep, no more. I'm not spending anything.
Even if you say that you can't make it
I can
back,
anyway.
But even if you say you can't make it back, then it's really just a overtime thing to just work on it and to somehow, at least before everything goes, to make it all
I'd
back.
rather use those funds to help me to improve my skills. Like now, this is my mindset.
That's
back then before I was really stupid. Yeah. Like right now I'm clear now. I have a clear mind. Yeah, I should use it to improve what I can make, software, buying software and stuff like that, upgrade, PC parts or something like that,
No,
not wasting on gadgets.
Now when you mentioned that you wish to upgrade your skills, what would be like when it comes to the fact that you haven't been able to find a job for the past 6 years and the fact that you've mentioned YouTube may not be doing very well for you. But we can't just say it will be status quo, in the sense that if not, you're just going to earn whatsoever amount that you may be. So what would be the next step that you wish to take?
Yeah. The next step, I do have like a time limit, sort of, like
time limit?
My parents gave me. So if I fail, I'm gonna, it's the end. It's the end. Yeah, I might get kicked out. I don't know.
You get evicted?
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'm trying. My parents are seeing progress. I'm trying. So they do support me somewhat still now, but they do get angry at me sometimes and constantly talk about I'm jobless or stuff like that.
It's pretty odd because when people talk to me as like a content creator, sometimes people would like to say, "Oh, you're a pretty big guy. You've got this 20,000 plus people who's watching you."
Yeah, that's nothing. That's small.
Yeah,
they're mistaken. They're so mistaken.
Yeah, so even when you to speak to someone who is significantly larger than me by about 3 times or more, it's really fascinating to hear that to you this sort of number is just not really anything.
Yeah, it means nothing. It means nothing. Yeah, like for right now you're on 20K. Yeah, or close. You're almost 20K, right?
Or 25 now. Maybe, almost 30, maybe.
Okay, good. Yeah. Anyway, we're still small. Only when you become like 1 million or something, you can do it full time and have a good life. 1 million or something like that.
Being 1 million in the case of AK is going to be pretty tough when AK official only has 130,000.
The game is niche. Yeah, gacha game in general is niche, so it's going to be hard. Yeah,
unless you
become me. I don't think so. I hit a wall already, so I don't think so. I can see my growth is actually doing really bad. Like I gain like 150 subscribers a month. That's extremely bad already. Yeah, normally people would quit, but I didn't.
Well, I'm trying to understand the number of
subscribers is really bad,
Yeah, because for me, if I think about what was it the past 2 months, it might have been like 2,000-ish. But that's because I haven't hit the cap. Because, I mean, like I said, if AK official has a certain number, I'm still far from that number. But whereas if we compare to your status, you are much closer to the number than I am.
Yeah, so, look at this. I'll show you.
You're sending me something?
Yeah, the subscriber thing. Yeah, like right now I am having 680 subscribers a month. So to reach 100K, right? It's gonna take
more than this
if
year.
You do maps, more than 1.5 years or 2, something like that.
Wow.
Like you get what I'm saying. So basically, I hit a wall, like I said.
No, but so when I ask you the question as to whether you want to go beyond, so because I think we hit this revelation at a certain point that if we want to get bigger in YouTube, there's only so much that we can do with AK. So would you tell yourself maybe you will want to venture out?
Venture out. I have already ventured out. I do smaller games, like I can decide, I mean, as I posted Epic 7 content, people like it, but still, like those are like on Canada side, it's a very niche, like even much smaller player base than Arknights, but I still do it because I like the game, that kind of thing. So it's not for money. It's nothing to do with money. Yeah, I gave up on the idea of growing. I gave up. I just don't want to think about it. As long as I'm alive, I think that's fine. That's my mindset right now.
That's right.
I don't want to think about the future right now. I mean, there's no future anyway. Yep.
That's a very dark way to put things. Is there something that you put forth to your viewers?
Put forth my viewers? I mean, I do appreciate their support and stuff. People still support me, so.
Is this something that you talk about to your viewers?
Talk? Yeah, I have in text. I have done it before, talk about my situation. But it is what it is. YouTube is, like I said, really, really tough, right? Like in Singapore, it may be good, right? Like how good is it? $300? Is it good to make you survive a month?
In euros, in SGD, no.
Yeah, in dollars, American dollars.
Well, the most is that it will cover my food.
Yeah.
For the month. Yeah. That's it.
Like how much is the rent here? Like in Singapore?
Rent? Oh my goodness, that's a whole different story right there. You probably need to make at least like, I give it the best lowest rate, maybe 800 USD, 900 USD. If you want to have rent
close to mine then. Yeah, mine is 1,000 or close here.
Yeah,
1,000.
if you want to have rent paid and your food to be covered, actually, like inclusive of food, it could be about 900 USD.
Yep.
At the lowest that we go.
Damn.
But even so, yeah, it's going to be. Wow, I do sense that the road
that's the thing, right? That's the thing, right? You have to think like outside the picture. Like what we earn right now is not enough to cover the rent, the food. Everything is not enough. Yeah, so, that's why I said this.
Yeah. I do hope that at some point that you would see the new ways that you can go for.
Oh, there's. I mean, there's the enhanced Enfield, right? So that's even more help for us from Hippogriff. And there's also other ways, like for example, maybe do more streaming. That's what I've been doing.
I've got a quick question as well. So when it comes to the fact that you stated you might not have a proper job that is at hand at the moment, number one is do you intend to still seek for it, and then the second one is, would you want to go into commissionary work?
Oh, I have done commission stuff, but it's still not good enough. Only quite a very few people ask me for it. Very few, and they are the people on more or less on the counter side stuff. Yeah, it's not on Arknights. No one has asked me anything on Arknights yet. Yeah, it's still very tough. Yeah, I mean, it might be good to improve my CV using the YouTube channel thing, but who knows? I might have to eventually go back to become a student again. I don't know.
You don't sound very looking forward to that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just apply, so become a university student again.
I hope that I hope that you'll be okay, and that at the same time, I also hope that the situations that you have, they will be much more
thank
improved.
You, Cookie. You're doing well, right? How's yours?
Well, although the troubles that I have will be very different. I feel like the troubles that I have are very internal stresses that I'm fighting over.
Is your family supportive of you?
They are supportive. Although we've ran into problems over the past few months.
Same.
Yeah. When it comes to monitoring matters, because COVID's a thing. COVID's a pain for everybody, whether it's affecting jobs and all. So
seriously bad here.
Yeah.
Like if I go out, right? Because you look Asian, people are gonna say like, "Oh my god, you're gonna infect me or something." Go back to China or stuff like that.
Oh goodness, that's just not good behavior, man.
Yeah. I've went out. It's horrible. But only some people though. Not everyone's bad, of course.
Of course. It's not like you paint the whole town red. But even so, what's thankfully however, the monetary situations that I had within my family, they kind of improved over the recent month, which is something that I'm grateful for, because that
That's great.
offloads my own stress bit as to the amount of care that I need to put within my family.
Yep. And you've been doing well as well. That's good.
Yeah, and even as a student, I think I'm doing okay for what things are right now. So yeah, now it's
the programming stuff is going to be tough. You know, you got programming exams coming up or something like that.
Oh, programming exams
That's
are
crazy.
the worst.
Yeah, I will fail if not for my friend. I will fail. I met some really good friends in uni. You know,
so they helped
me to pass. Yeah, without them, I will fail 100%. But even though I pass, like they will be disappointed when they know I'm jobless. I think I'm the only one in my class that is jobless right now. Like everyone else, I saw they become managers. You know, they earn like 26K a month. No, a year. Sorry, 26K, like a normal wages for university graduates. You know, that kind of money. I mean, they're still good. Yeah, they're married, they have kids. You know, I'm still single, wasting my life like this. You know.
I hope for the grand change, man. Really.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's just I'm still not the worst, so that's fine. No, I'm not the worst, right?
That's people a good mentality to have. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I feel like people in much poverty. You know, as long as I'm alive, I'm okay with it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good mindset to have. That. Yeah, there will be definitely different circumstances. As much as there is always going to be someone better than us, but there's also it's a very morbid way of thinking to say that there will be someone worse than us. Especially when we're in a low. But I think it's that sort of mindset to tell us that we're all in different states of life, and we're all trying to pick up ourselves from wherever that we are. And we don't have to feel very alone about it, because there is going to be someone who's exactly facing possibly the exact same situation as you are.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not the only one. I mean, others YouTube content creators, I'm pretty sure they will struggle as well. Yep. So just like anyone else.
Now, if we do a little bit of a wrap up of this call, you know, what would you want to say to your viewers, the people who have been watching you for long, like as an opportunity in this video?
Okay, I will definitely want to thank them. You know, for every comment on my videos, I read every single one of them. Every single comments, I read every single one of them. I actually do. That's my motivation to keep going. You know, if I don't read them, I'll lose all my motivation to make videos. I think that goes for you as well, right? Do you read them?
I do. I read all my comments. I do take my time. Like, even if my video suddenly hits like 1,000 comments, I still read every single one of them.
Nice. That's good.
Because I think it's important to read up whatsoever that people have. And it's good that you say that you pick up the positive stuff. I hope that you also drop away from the negative stuff as well. Like, you see someone say they don't like it. Okay, I'm cancelling this person.
yeah. It's pointless to think about negative stuff. I'm kind of. You just become broken. You know, you don't want to be that. It's better to be positive all the time. Like you right now, smiling.
Right. I hope that you can share that little positivity as well.
Yeah.
So, it's been fun to be able to talk to you, to hear how you've been. It's a nice little catch-up session.
Yeah.
At least
you see my face yet? I sent you the link. You see my link yet?
Wait, what do you send me?
Oh, my Instagram.
I saw. Yeah, I saw just now. We commented on that at the start of the call, where you were saying that you look pretty much like someone who I would regularly meet within my country.
Regularly meet?
Okay. For reals, man. It's Singapore. Singapore is a very, very diverse country. You know, we see races everywhere. So when it comes to racial things like this, it's not like any of our concern. We're very open to people. Yep. So
yeah, sure.
It will be common to encounter people, basically the Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you speak Chinese, right? Yeah,
I do.
You know.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Singapore is like a Chinese descendants that move to Singapore anyway.
Yeah. Majority it is.
History.
Yeah. So anyways, it's been fun to be able to...
brothers in arms. Yeah, we're brothers in arms.
Yes. It's been fun to be able to chat with you. I will stop the recording right over here. So thank you everybody for watching as well. All right.